So, um, this is the week of finales, or at least it should be. I'm reading the third book in the Broken Earth trilogy, The Stone Sky. And I'm also reading Mother of Death and Dawn, which is the last book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. I haven't really been vibing with the Broken Earth trilogy or the last book in the War of Lost Hearts. I bet you I get into like maybe halfway through both of these books and I'm just gonna be hooked. That's usually what happens. I've said this in my other videos too, but I realized I like fantasy where there's like government in your kingdoms and stuff. I don't know why. I just find that incredibly interesting. I think that this is, like I've said before, is more dystopian because you're in kind of a broken world where there is no government because these world disasters, these seasons, as they call it, keep happening, and so people live in like calms, and there's hasn't been like a kingdom or like any sort of royalty or like one person ruling in a while. They do all have something called stone lore that they follow, so there's that, but it's not really like a thing to govern. It's more of like, hey, you guys should build things like this or keep away from this. That's kind of it. Which I'm guessing we're gonna get more discovery of what the stone lore is in this third book because it's mentioned throughout the first two, but not really like explained. The second book was kind of filler, which made me really sad, but I'm really hoping that she can round out the series really well. I feel like I would absolutely love her other series. I forget the names of them, but I really do like her writing style. I think that she like has a really good way of creating complex characters but also making them like incredibly likable. I mean, yeah, it's good storytelling. It's just not my favorite like type of like world. Type of world isn't for me. But you know what is? The Mother of Death and Dawn. I didn't read it at all this weekend. I am still on page 100 of that book. It's 700 something pages, so I'm probably not going to finish it this week. So, get ready for just one book to be read this week. But yeah, I really doubt I'm going to finish that. So maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll have it. I just like have not been in the mood to read at all this past week, and so I'm hoping that maybe something will spark that. Maybe I'll watch a booktube video and I'll just suddenly want to read 500 pages or something. I don't know. Football preseason stuff is happening, so more towards the weekend. I really need to finish up these books before like the weekend because I know I'm just gonna become absorbed at night in the football preseason, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, so I'm gonna have like no time at night because usually later in the day is when I have the urge to read. But anyways, hey y'all, it's 11 o'clock at night. How fun is that? I haven't read any of Mother of Death and Dawn at all today. But you know what I did do? I read 100 pages of The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Also, I figured out that this obelisk is a real thing. Think of the Washington Monument. That is basically what it is referring to, and I am incredibly confused by that. Anyways, we are 100 pages into this. This is by 2 pages under 400. So maybe if I can actually get my act together and read 100 pages of this each day, I can maybe, just maybe, fit in some of Carissa Broadbent into my schedule. I have a restick Nothing really that new has happened in the past 100 pages. It's kind of just continuing from the other book. I mean, Nassan's like area changed. I don't know what the word is, but she's traveling now instead of just being in like the little town that she was in. She also has become more terrifying, which is so fun. Is soon. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She is. She's also moving to a different calm. It's like it's absolute chaos. We're discovering new things about the magic in this world, and it's very interesting. And I'm really hoping that the thing that they've been talking about for almost 3 books now is going to happen in this book, because if it doesn't, I am going to lose my mind. It brings up a very important topics in it about if you fix something in a world that has hate and prejudice, how that even if you do that, it might not, it's probably won't go away, because people will always find a way to have somebody below them, or to make themselves feel superior, or just to have people to work for them, or you know, because it's been such a thing in their culture for so long to have somebody beneath them, or thought of as such a bad thing. And I'm really hoping she expands upon that idea. I find it very interesting. But only 100 pages in, not much has happened. Like every book, that's almost like how books are written. Since it's 11, I'm not going to read any of Mother of Death and Dawn. I wanted to, but it's incredibly late, and I really would prefer to go to bed right now. So, forgive me for that. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my Reese sticks, and I will see you tomorrow, because I don't have anything else to say. I just got back from the gym, which is why I look so lovely. I feel like I lose my mind every time I do one of these. Maybe I'm just insane. Maybe that's just what happens. Guess what I finally did? I read 100 pages of Mother of Death and Dawn. And guess what? A predictable thing happened. It's almost like this book is predictable. Wow. It's nice to read a predictable book and to not just be thrown off because you have no idea what's happening. It's not the most entertaining read. I'm not loving it. It's 700 something pages, so I'm gonna have to suffer through 500 more, which is really fun. I say suffer through, I'm choosing to read it. The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. The last book in the... Cut that out. I read 50 pages. I could finish this book in 4 days if I wanted to, but my head started hurting. And, I just didn't want to keep reading. So I didn't. It's more of the same. We have a new perspective in this book, and I think, it, like, is starting to tie up the ends of, because you have kind of a narrator in this, but they also, like, are not, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very, I like it. It's very weird at the same time, but we're getting context into who has been telling the story, and, hopefully the why soon. I mean, it's more of just literally the, like, mission that they've been explaining from the second book to now. You literally, the same exact stuff that was happening. I think it's good writing. It's brings on moral issues into not really a new perspective. I don't know, but like it just it's not a good review. I am still very confused. Anyways, It's time. It's bedtime for me. I need to go to bed. I am delirious. So fun. Um, See you tomorrow, bucko. I truly don't know what to say. So, I read 50 pages of The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. I'm now at 200 pages, so maybe I'll finish it before Friday. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care either if I do or do not. I don't really know what to say about that because it's more just like the same things are happening. We discovered a like new place, so that's really great. I did read Mother of Death and Dawn. I read 100 something or 90 pages. I have never been more angry at a character in a good while. I haven't been this angry at a character. There's so many like similarities between a character and characters that are um going through stuff, shall we say, and they still don't have empathy towards it because of their anger. There are so many similarities, and yet we're still getting horrible things from that person. And it's like, it makes me so mad because, like, they remember all of this, right? The people who did it don't, because it's not the people who did it. Because guess what? Time has passed. And yet they're still like, we need to get our revenge. They don't remember what they did. They're not the same people. They're not the same people, my guy. And you're killing innocent people and people who are in the same situation as you. I'm so mad at a character. I'm really hoping, because some predictable things have happened that I was guessing was going to happen, because it's romantasy. It's predictable, okay? It's not, some like super like I don't know, like super up there fantasy. It's good fantasy, but it's not like, really intense fantasy. Um so of course it's predictable, which like I think which I don't care at all that it is. There was funny bits and I was actually having a good time reading. And then we get to that one character and all that stuff is happening and I just have rage. I just have rage towards it. And this character keeps flipping back and forth. And I want to strangle them. I do. I do. It's so. I hate everything about them. There's a way that I think it's going to end. There's two ways I think it's going to end with this character, and neither of them will surprise me because this has the most used tropes ever in this book. And like it's hard not to repeat a trope, but like these are some of the most used and annoying tropes. And yes, I love the characters, and yes, I'm interested in what happens. Actually, that's a lie. I could care less what happens. I'm more interested in just the characters, and because their relationships are nice. Stone Sky, interesting. Now hers is not as predictable, and I don't even know if there's anything to predict because it's not. No. There's a setup for stuff, but I have no idea where it's going, and I could probably not guess where it is because there's so much happening and there's so much complexity to it, and I really love the fact that that is happening. I love the fact that I'm switching between a really complex book and a really non-complex book. It's very nice for my brain to be smart for a couple hours and then just get to be stupid reading. I feel like I'm insulting Carissa Broadbent. I'm so sorry. Your writing's great, Shoddy, but like, it's not N.K. Jemison's plot, Just saying. I feel like I'm starting to admire the Broken Earth trilogy a little bit more now. because I've kind of realized some things. And it's also just very well written. Just because I don't like the setting of it doesn't change the fact that the characters are great and that the writing and plot is like very interesting. So, just for anybody who thought I was dissing it, I like it. It's just not my favorite book.
Okay, we're allowed to have opinions.
Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. I'll probably be suffering tomorrow. I don't know why. I just feel like I am going to. But anyways, bye. I have a bug bite on my ankle, dude. Hello? So I didn't film at all yesterday. I got mentioned in a video, and well, not really. My thumbnail was shown in it, and all of a sudden I now have views and subscribers. I don't Hello, I guess. I don't um I didn't think I was ever going to get like one subscriber at all. So, it's weird. But also thank you for coming to my channel. Last time I was with you, I was maybe on page like 200 to like 150 maybe. I don't know, but I finished The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, the last book in the Broken Earth trilogy, and I gave it 4 stars. I think that the ending is really good. I'm very, very happy with it. And that's high praise because not a lot of fantasy series can finish out well. It's a very sad but true thing, and I think that she does it exceptionally. You get a lot. It's kind of loaded towards the end of the book. You're guessing kind of all the way through the book of what is happening or how things are going to go down, and then towards the end of it, it all just kind of explains itself. There's 3 different perspectives in this book, but also not at the same time. You have to read it to understand why I'm saying that. I think that her writing is very well done. I think the way that she does deals with like very heavy topics is really, really good. It shows how easy it would be to fix certain things, but it's so like hard for other people to see it as fixable or just in general see it as something worth fixing. She does such a good job explaining it and helping like give you a perspective of the prejudice that is set against people with powers in this world. Again, dystopian kind of books are not always my favorite. This does lean more like apocalyptic, but I find that I like apocalyptic stuff more when there's like a disease rather than like the world just crumbling. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a sadist or something. I don't know. I think that this is a good trilogy. If you do want to read it, I would recommend it. It was definitely different from what I was expecting, although I kind of went into this with no idea what it was really about. So, of course, that kind of sets you up for the unexpected. I feel like this could have been a 2-book series. Listen, I don't think that the second book was that necessary. I don't know what I have against second books and series, but apparently I just don't like them unless it's in the Stormlight Archive, which is the only one that I gave 5 stars. So apparently you just have to be Brandon Sanderson for me to like your second books. I really, really feel like this could have been 2 books, but I absolutely understand why it's 3. I feel like you kind of have to have more character development, especially in a world like this, where they have to do horrible things to survive, and it's kind of, you want people to fall in love with the characters and not be, I don't know if angry is the right word, but you don't want them to be against the whole, like, what they're trying to do and what they're trying to solve and fix. You want them to be kind of or at least in this book, you want them to be on your side. You want them to understand what they're going through and how horrible it actually is. And to no surprise to anyone, I today haven't read any Mother of Death and Dawn. I read 100 pages yesterday. I'm on like 390 something, I think 98. I'm probably not gonna read it tonight. My whole thing was that I was going to get to 500 tonight and then read the last 200 tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you what I might do. I might try to read 200 tomorrow and then finish it up on Sunday. It's been a minute since any of these reading diaries have gone into Sundays. You expecting anything better? I've been incredibly lazy the past couple of weeks. I'll either wrap this up tomorrow or on Sunday. We'll see if I finish Mother of Death and Dawn. Who knows? Maybe this is the end of the video. Probably not. Done with this series. Time to start another next week. So that's gonna be really fun. Yeah. See you later. It is Sunday. I would just like to reiterate, it is Sunday. I'm gonna be very honest. I really wanted to DNF this book. I'm happy that I didn't, and the book that I am talking about very obviously is Mother of Death and Dawn, the last book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. Again, I was somewhat right with my prediction. I am probably very annoying by saying that it's a very predictable. I've said that like 5 million times. I'm sorry. I am happy that I finished this book. I think she ends it really well. I think that it's kind of like it's a that it's literally like the best possible ending you could hope for. And then so if you do want to read like romantasy series, because the romance in it is incredibly cute, I would say go ahead and read this. Although yeah, hello. It has a very cute romance. Each book is over like, or at least the last two are over 500 pages. So like, you know, it's not just like a really little cute small fantasy romantasy thing. But if you really want to have like a fantasy romantasy world to fall into and just kind of binge, I think this is a good one. I don't really know. Oh, I rated this 4 stars, by the way. I didn't say that. The ending is probably the best part of this book, if I'm very honest. At the beginning, we're kind of just lagging. You know, I do think, for this at least, the second book was necessary. Personally, which is a shocking thing to say. I don't know how to feel. Yesterday, I had 300 something pages left. I read 200 yesterday. Actually more than 200, and then I read 100 something today. So that's really fun. I feel like I have lost my mind. This week has been just like so much. Thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Drink some water. Thank you to the new subscribers. Hello, by the way. I genuinely don't know how to feel. But yeah, welcome. I will be reading another fantasy next week, so yay! Alright. Bye. This is horrible.